Well, hello folks, Reloading Bench back with you once again. And tonight's video is going to be a bit of a mix. We're going to do an unbagging, and then obviously an unboxing, and then we're going to do a comparison. And this is a first for me because this is my very first order from, and I'm going to say this wrong, but I'm going to pronounce it TEMU, T-E-M-U, TEMU. I have no idea how to say that correctly, but you all know who that is. I have friends and relatives that absolutely do not like TEMU because the meme I saw on TV, or on the computer, same difference, screen, big screen, was a picture of a guy lounging in. It was a full-size human in a miniature couch and love seat, and he's like, just enjoying my TEMU couch and love seat. And what he was making fun of was how everything looks, you know, normal size in the picture, and then when you get it, it's mini size because, you know, there's no baseline comparison based on the picture, so you don't know if what you're ordering is what you're actually expecting to receive. And that has been the case with a relative that bought some drapes, and they were like for dollhouse. Maybe not quite that bad, but the point being, it was not a full-size window kind of drape, even though the picture depicted that. So I was on Facebook Marketplace, scrounging for, you know, ideas on channel things, restoration, whatever. And then I saw this particular product, and I clicked on the link, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be interesting to see how, I guess the comparison is the best word. I don't want to say how fake something is because I'm buying a clone. So it's not like I'm buying the real thing and I'm getting a fake. And this reminds me of my steel saw sharpener that I bought on the rainforest as a real OEM product, and it showed up and it was completely obviously fake. And then I eventually picked up the real thing, and I did the side-by-side comparison. And I recently had one guy post on my channel as a sidebar saying, wasted time in video because you didn't even test the fake. And I'm like, well, why would I test the fake? I didn't buy the fake. I bought the original, and they sent me the fake, and I'm not going to waste my time testing something because I could care less if the fake works because it's just that. It's the fake, and I paid almost full price, OEM price. So in this case, this particular product is a clone. This is a fake. My expectations are extremely low. But I couldn't pass it up because of the price, and they say they have a 30-day money back, so maybe we'll test that too. I didn't like the fact that it looks like our friends at the post office or somewhere down the distribution delivery channel felt the need to slice into this, and you can see it's got a plastic case with now a knife cut, but whatever, it is what it is. It says it's from Bohemia, New York, but when I peeled this label off, you can tell that's not Bohemia, New York. That is somewhere in China, based on those characters. So this came from China by way of New York, or this came to me from New York by way of China. It took less than 2 weeks, which I think is, you know, exceptional in terms of shipping. The packing, I would say, sucks because to put this in a bag, now maybe if you put this kind of tape all the way around it, but it's very clear that any of the sharp edges have poked through, and that's kind of shitty. You know, I'm not going to use the box per se, but some people like their stuff to be pristine, and I'm kind of one of those OCD folks. If you've watched my channel for any period of time, you'll know that I don't like my stuff messed up. Other people will say, hey, it's just a tool. I'm like, yeah, I don't disagree with you, but I keep my tools in good shape. So, on to the unveiling, or we'll call this the unwrapping. Maybe I should have started right here, because it's already pre-torn. And I'll save the suspense. Oh, wow, I'm very surprised to see this. Okay, so this is an EOTECH clone. Now, what really surprises me is the fact that they're advertising EOTech. I could see, and I think EOTech capitalizes all their letters. And what I should have done, in fact, let me go see if I have an original EOTech. So this is a black G45 and EXPS clone. So we're going to find out. This is the 5X model. And I've done reviews on the real EOTech GX45 and EXPS combination. So before I open this, I'm going to go see if I have an old, real, genuine EOTech box to compare against. Be right back. A few moments later. All right, so here's a couple of real EOTech boxes. And you can see the difference. I mean, this is cute. I was correct. EOTech is always in all uppercase as opposed to EOT and then EK. And again, one of these is for an EXPS2. And then the other is for the G45. So this is what a real EOTech box contains, with the product registration and the stickers and the stuff. And this one is the magnifier. This is actually a nicer box. Heavier duty material. And same difference, only just different shape, different foam. So what this particular offering was, and let me get the printout. Where did I put the printout? Okay, one more moment, please. I'm just running all over the place trying to find information. So this is what I saw when I clicked on the Facebook Marketplace ad. It's a G45 or 43, I don't remember what. Yeah, G45 and then an EXPS 2-ish in either black or tan. And I think they're like, you know, oh, only one left or only a few left for Black Friday sales. And I was like, yeah, right. I didn't like giving TEMU, I had to create an account. I didn't like giving them my information, personal information, because now that's out on the dark web, I'm sure. I didn't like providing a credit card number, but the reason I use a credit card number is because, as opposed to PayPal or other, let's see, free returns / price adjustment. My guess is that if I open this and find that it is a cheesy version of that, and I go to try and ask for my full money back, they're going to try and negotiate that level of funding amount. So, and again, fakeness in terms of this is fake, this is fake. That's a nice little case, don't get me wrong. I actually like this case better than I like these cases. These are a pain in the butt to operate. This reminds me more of an aim point case, where a single latch. But the case held up reasonably well, considering how far it's traveled. It is heavy. These are really lightweight, but I guess if you combine the two of these in terms of what's inside, it'll be interesting to see the layout, because as we open this up, okay, so I don't know what that is. That's pretty cheesy. User manual. And here's how you put it together, and here's how you operate. Cleaning cloth. Where to start? Okay, so this looks like one of the risers that should have probably been tucked in there. This is a C123 battery for the holographic sight. I'm actually really surprised to see the EOTech labeling. And the reason I say that is because there's no EOTech labeling on any of the pictures, which they would probably get in trouble with. I have no idea, me personally, where EOTECHs are really made. You know, are they made in China? Meaning the real EOTECH. You know, I mean, it looks kind of nice. CR123. Might as well put the battery in. See if it actually works. And make sure, okay, it doesn't say which end is which, so this is plus, so I take that back, it does. These look a little, yeah. So I said at the beginning of the video that we would be doing a comparison. So I will bust out the OEM versions of both of these products. But so far I'm going to say, I'm just trying to do this finger tight. So far I will say in terms of fit and finish for a clone, even the clone of the night vision, you know, sticker's not so straight, but let's see, does it light up? It does, and honestly, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick that up with any reasonable. Let's see if I stand behind the camera. You can see it a little bit. I'm going to add this segment here because I had already edited and published this video, and then I did something unusual and I read the directions, and I noticed that it talked about, where did I see this now? Maybe not in this direction, maybe in this one, yes. Reticle color, switching red and green. So as much as I espouse to liking this thing previously, I like it that much more. And I took it all apart because I didn't want the battery to leak. But let me take a minute to show you this. Not that you won't believe me, but again, I was just more impressed. And I believe this is plus, and the top is plus. Just double checking. That's probably good enough to turn it on. So, yes. So you can see it. Let's see if I can find it. There's the red. Let me make it a little brighter. Where is bright? That's this one. And since everything is reverse on video, there is the red. And I was putting things away, and then I noticed, there we go. There's green. Because I remember saying something about the fact that they didn't offer green, and there's red again. And let me turn it off. That I don't believe it said red, green in the description. No, it doesn't say red, green. So I assumed it was just red. And that's what I reported out on my initial review. And when I went back, and because I think when I was touching it, I was like, oh, you know, I don't use night vision. And that just speaks to the fact that, you know, this isn't that high end, and there is no night vision capability on this particular. I don't even know if I'd call this a holographic. I mean, they're listing it as holographic. I don't know why I said halo. Holographic. But, you know, I don't know if it's a true holographic or if it's just a cutesy red dot in a better shape than some of the cheesier red dots. But the fact that it can do green and red, again, I like green, Green is my go-to color if I were to purchase another one of these EOTECHs, the real thing. So this being able to do green, another winner. But in looking through it by standing behind it, I'm going to say that it's not bad. Yeah, I'm going to say pretty reasonable. And again, looks like it. I mean, yeah, it feels pretty good. And I have cheapy red dot sights that were like $45 and $50. This was $102.75 with free shipping. So for $100, I would say that this is a reasonable knockoff. Now, will it hold zero? Does it have all the anti-fogging and, you know, the right stuff for the glass? I don't know. The magnifier feels heavy. And just so you didn't know, it's 5X. Okay, so I don't recall the EOTech shipping with a rubber cover, the real EOTech. Maybe they do now. But yeah, if memory serves, and I have a video on my G45 experience, which wasn't the best, at least the first one. I'm looking through the garage, trying to get the right eye relief here, because that's the biggest challenge. I mean, it's fixed for the most part, other than a little bit of Doppler adjustment. But I mean, I would take it to the range and test it for sure. So the best I'm going to be able to offer right here is fit and finish quality. And I gotta say, I'm pretty reasonably impressed. This review is not going the way I thought it was going to go. I thought I was going to shite all over this. And I'm actually kind of impressed with, again, the difference between this and buying the steel chainsaw sharpener is I knew, let me rephrase that, I thought I was buying OEM. I knew going into this was a cloner. And I gotta say, I'm a little caught off guard on how good the clone is, which makes me wonder, you know, where are these produced? So let me get this out of the way and bring some non-clone stuff out to compare it against, because I'm pretty impressed. Back in a sec. All right, YouTube, this is not a GUN. That is an upper. And this was one of my most recent purchases. This EOTech green. So let's do a like for like. You can tell the finish is different. This is more matte, but boy, they are really close. Obviously that is my backup sight, so don't get confused there. The arrows and the size are a little bit different. Different texture on these, different texture on both of these. This looks very similar. Again, different finish on the actual hardware. Label pretty close. The copper is black on the real EOTech, as I thought the screws or the adjustment screw for up or down are matte black as opposed to this shiny black. The EOTech label is not quite silk screened as nicely and as subdued, but I mean, these two don't match in terms of color. These match closer in terms of color than the real McCoy. Again, black matte versus shiny. But boy, that's pretty darn close. Screws different. Lettering similar, different color. This is more subdued. This is brighter white. Obviously, this one was red. The two screws are different. The pads are different. Again, the whole color finish is different. Very similar, if not identical, not quite identical in terms of the mount. Shiny, dull. Again, looks very, very similar. Different labels. I care less about that. I've never owned a night vision version of EOTech because I don't have night vision capable anything, so I didn't want to spend the extra money. But wow. Yeah, I'm kind of dumb. I'm going to be honest with you all. I am really dumbfounded. The proof is going to be in the pudding when this goes out to the range. You know, I'll put this on something and try it out. But again, the rubber's different, different feel. You can tell slightly different shapes. These are much smaller and not as long. These are much longer. The unit is physically the same size. Again, that's my backup site, so disregard that. And again, shininess versus not. So different fit finish. Yep, same silver here. Yeah, wow. I was thinking, you know, I'll be sending TEMU my RMA request, but I'm going to be honest with you folks. Even if this doesn't hold zero so great, this would be great for like airsoft or PCP, you know, air gun, not airsoft, a little higher duty air gun. Somehow I turned it on. It's much more sensitive on and off than the EOTech. I normally have to fight to make sure I get the sequence right to turn this off, but this is very easy to turn on. Yeah, wow. I am, and because there's no rubber on here, that's because it didn't come with it. So nice touch on these having the rubber up front. And really form fitting and everything. That's wow. I'm catching myself saying wow an awful lot. There's a little blem. Little blem, not quite the same. You don't see the blems in the real stuff, but again, this is $100. This, when it was new, was like 11 and change. So this is like a $1,200 combination here. It is green. This is red. I didn't see an offering for green on the TEMU site. Otherwise, I would have opted for it. But I'm going to be, you know, I'm kind of speechless. For anyone who's followed my channel, you know I'm a picky bastard. And for this cloner to impress me as much as it has, and I don't know what I did with the other instruction, I'm pretty blown away. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty blown away on how good of a knockoff this actually is. How close to reality. Now, will it work? Does it actually work? I can't speak to that right now because I will take it out to the range. I will put it on something. I will zero it. And maybe that will be my TEMU follow-up video. The weather here now has gone to shit. It's winter. rainy season. I was at the range yesterday. It was an absolutely beautiful day. Today and the rest of the week, it's supposed to be very shitty, wet weather-wise. Yeah, this is really nice. Wow, I am freaking blown away at, you know, I'll let me, how can I hold this up? What can I use? Yeah, I'm very impressed. I am beyond impressed. Freaking speechless. This is probably one of the best clones. Looks like a little more differences in how this particular adapter is made, but again, so close. So for $100. So if these actually work reasonably. You know, again, I don't know the glass versus the holographic image, if this is just a cheap red dot. But again, even if it's a cheap red dot with a decent 5x magnifier, you're going to pay more than $100 just for the mounts, you know. And it does have a riser on here as well. I am really, really impressed. Did not think this was going to happen. Wow. Wow. I will take a picture. Maybe this is the... yeah, I'm going to have to find something better than this. Maybe this is the thumbnail. Really good clone. Really good clone for $100. All right, for those who were looking, it said it was the last day. I don't know how true that is. And that was... what day was this? This was, I'd have to look at, is there a date anyway? No, there's no date on here. I'd have to look and see what my receipt says. But by now, almost sold out. So I'm going to say that this is worth $100. Again, will it hold zero like the real thing, and will it perform like the real thing? I'm kind of doubting it. I'm thinking this is more cosmetically and aesthetically pleasing than it is functional like the real thing. But even if this does operate reasonably well, this would be great on other rifles that you have, maybe, you know, a cheapy red dot. And you know, cheapy red dots are $50. You know, the real cheapy stuff. And this is a beautiful clone. This is a really well done clone. I must say, the fit and finish on this is incredible. You know, if you gave this to somebody and said, is it real? You know, they'd probably start looking for all of the product codes and stuff that are painted onto these. And there's some telltale signs like the shiny versus matte screws and hardware. But in terms of overall fit and finish, and I'm going to give this an A for cloneness. This is a really good clone. Damn, I did not think this video was going to go down this path. I thought I was going to really give it to them, and you know, back to the mini couch scenario with the meme. So I got to eat my words. I am not dissatisfied with the unboxing and first look at the TEMU EOTECH clone. Even more surprised that they put labels to make it more counterfeit, as opposed to leaving the... I would have been fine with the labels off, because I wasn't trying to, you know, roll out with a fake EOTECH. I was going to roll out with a real clone and acknowledge that it's a real clone. So yeah, this is really good. Fit and finish is phenomenal. I am beyond impressed. Yeah, did not think I was going to be saying that. Good stuff. Wow. Yeah. Really, really good stuff. And I love the fact that, because I can put this on my real EOTECHs, my expensive EOTECHs. Yeah, I'm going to jump online and see if there's a green one available, because I'm a green fan. The new stuff I like, I prefer the green over the red, if I had to choose. And this isn't the easiest thing to get back on, but, you know, how often do you use that? Because this sits more unused than used. Yeah, this was cool. Thumbs up, TEMU. Didn't think I'd be saying that. All right, that's it for now, folks. Take care.